We live.
Oh, my bad.
We good.
What up, y'all? You know who it is. Your boy JD Kiss, you know what I mean? Right now with Christian. Shout out to Camden, New Jersey, all my niggas out there. Let's get right into it. Yeah!
BTBTV. Christian, man. Yo, born, let's get him, man. Yeah, right now. Never off plan. Used to get busy with them guns in my hand. 4 or 5 or a black 9 with a grand in my pocket. And beef cool as a fan. BTBTV, we are not playing. Y'all just talk, we back it up and down. Sideways, F what y'all saying. We Kanye. This is boss talk. On the bridge, throw your frame off the highway. This not a game, this is business, this my way. Real talk, your opinion is nothing to us. We gon' stay on chill, long as y'all don't violate. But it's not fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you could be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better beware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. But we the best, I swear.
Peace to my bro.
Stay up in the
Sean in the building.
Project politics, my mood kinda sick. Name well known from the hood to the sticks. 100 on the highway, flying so fast, burn the gears when I shift. Some people kick dirt on your name, what shoes you gave them. Broke your back for them and they got the nerve to play you. Kick raps door off, pushed and shoved my way through. Bum rush the kitchen, put my floor up on the menu. The jealousy be hitting up with jokes. That's why I stay serious like David Banner turned into Hulk in pure form like the Pope. Haters get infrared beams with the scope. So run and get ghosts.
Mrs. BTBTV.
Fight good boxing like Floyd on the roast. I'm the great black hope. Man, we the team and they know it coast to coast and it just ain't fair. We could be cool or your worst nightmare. We the best, I swear. And you can be my friend or enemy, I don't care. And you better beware. Cause we coming for the whole pie and we don't share. No, it just ain't fair. We the best, if you with us, put your lighters in the air. No, it just ain't fair. BTBTV. Just ain't fair, man. Yeah.
BTBTV.
Right.
Show them how we do this, man. BTBTV. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. BTB TV. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas.
James, peace, my bro, peace.
Right. Yo. John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap on. I can show you how you lay back. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching, like yo, I gotta post. I wake up every day mission. It's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like hollow toast. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have, got that and then some, My wins on overload, say y'all overdose. Some rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope. The okie doke, we don't go for that.
That's all she wrote.
Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost trying hard to soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who want to play to them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafios. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to they life movie curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hat. 666, the devil on his shoulder, won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block, trying to run and get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he's tough to play with. He don't go to playgrounds, that's his fiends who want their veins stick. We can't miss. We can hit the target with our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost trying to haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the foe. Won the place and them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street like an opera show. These kids be acting till they like movie curtain close. Yeah, BTBTV. It's the movement, man. You're born, let's get 'em. Let's get 'em. Kaz, we up in here, man.
Yo, salute to my brothers in the panel, man. We got Cross the Boss, the Plug podcast. We got the Mac Mizzle Show, INC, and we got the King of New Jersey, BTBTV, Mr. Eastwick, your host. Yo, we're gonna get into. I'm gonna ask you how y'all feeling about all these other podcasts that was big with Club Shay came out, Shannon Sharpe came out. How y'all feel about them now? Keep going for his head. What y'all think about that? Before I start anything.
Well, I think they're gonna go at him anyway because again, it's all about the clout. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna chase the clout. I mean, you got Mace now. Mace trying to go at him now. You know what I mean? It's like everybody's trying to get their part. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think to me it's it's pretty petty to me. You ask.
I think it's lame as hell, yo. Why you clout chasing? I think of that clout chase. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, and I want to ask y'all one question. Go ahead.
The first nigga that clout chase was Mike Epps, and they clout chasing the clout chase. It's crazy, though.
Well, I want to ask you another question. How can Mace call anybody zesty when Cameron Torres goes to his bathroom at P. Diddy's house?
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Am I lying, bro?
No, it's a fact.
Now, I want you to hear what Matt Barnes. Go ahead. What's what you gonna say?
No, I'm just saying. No, you're absolutely right. It's like he's throwing rocks and trying to hide his hand, but then it don't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you hate. No, you just at the end of the day, you hate. The man ain't talking about nobody.
Right. Not at all. But yo, I want y'all to hear this real quick. This is Matt Barnes, punk ass talking. I don't know if I've seen it yet, but for people that didn't see it, this is Matt Barnes. I'm gonna show you. Here you go.
You know, Matt Barnes be running his mouth.
Lane, but I feel
light skinned. That's what he be doing.
you have to remember.
Yeah, somebody got an echo in the background.
Probably me.
I want.
Here's one thing you need to do before you buy anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
I want to say this without coming off the wrong way because unfortunately, I don't look at anybody as competition with all due respect. And I feel like there's a lane for everyone and everyone's created that lane. And I feel like there's plenty of money to come behind those lanes. But I feel like, obviously Shannon has taken off individually and then him and Ocho have a great thing going on, but it's not necessarily our cup of tea, so to speak. It's a completely different lane. And you see now, obviously the Cat Williams interview, I think broke some kind of YouTube record for the most views. And I think that's great. I mean, that's a lane he's excelling in, a lane that he's getting notoriety in and getting money.
Hold up. Did the nigga say, I think? Nigga, it broke all kind of YouTube records. Come on, man.
He acted like, he ain't really watching that.
And that's great, but it's not necessarily what we are trying to do. We want to continue to kind of keep our lane, and not even that what they're doing is gossip, because I don't want to disrespect again what they're doing, but there's just a lot of different energy going on there, and people coming and talking their truths and telling their truths. And again, that's always great. Speak your mind. And I'm not even mad at that. Again, that's his lane, and he's the king of that lane right now. And I definitely respect that and wish him and his team, nothing but success. But to address the other side with Mike Epps is a good friend of me and Stack, and Stack got a chance to talk to him yesterday, and I heard what they were talking about, and it was funny. But to me, you just have to be careful. First of all, like you said, Dan, going at comedians, because comedians, they tell jokes for a living. They're going to make us laugh for a living, and all of us are cracking up at just what Mike was saying and how he promoted his show at the end. But you also got to be careful, when you're doing a lot of that tough talk, because Shannon is going to Indiana and Indy for the All-Star game, and that's where Mike is from. You know what I mean? So to be making those kind of threats and talking about, I'm going to see you here, I'm going to see you there, and then you're going to this guy's hometown, that's not the smartest thing. So I hope, for the sake of all of us, because, people are fans of both of them, that they're able to have this conversation and kind of clear the air. But again, I think overall, I like what Shannon is doing. I like the lane he has created for himself and Ocho, and I wish those guys nothing but success.
Now, without going back through the whole thing, they were confronted on their show. Obviously, Kwame Brown confronted them over the Gilbert Arenas thing. But there was another incident where Isaiah Thomas had to remind Steven Jackson that he saved his NBA career after the brawl with the Indiana Pacers. And also, after getting into that thing with Jamal Tinsley outside the club.
He still want to be Mike. Mike do not want to be your friend, Isaiah. I'm telling you for the 5th time. He do not want to be your friend. Stay on ESPN, keep talking on TNT. Oh, Mike should, now you're trying to say everybody better than Mike. It's okay. You not better than Mike. He came to your city and took your city. That's why you really mad. He took over Chicago. I know.
Tough. About when you almost got ran out of this league.
Where we're at? In Indy?
And yeah. Remember that call you made to me? And I called the commissioner up.
Man, I forgot about that.
Jack, you was out.
I was done.
You was done. You was done.
I was done so many times, but y'all remember that.
So I just wanted to bring that back up. And what I'm alluding to is the fact that he was.
All right. So let me say this real quick before we're gonna get to it. All right, that was Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson showing that he's a turncoat, he's a two-faced nigga, right? But Matt Barnes, he said we wouldn't want them type of people on our show. We wouldn't do the type of interviews on our show. And you had Charles Oakley up there going at Isaiah Thomas and laughing about it. And Isaiah Thomas kept you in the league. He talked to the commissioner so you want to get fired. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The highest rank, one of the highest ranking shows was clubs with Shannon Sharpe was up there. Uncle was up there. That's one of the highest ranking shows on their thing.
Huh.
Yeah. Number 1 or 2. Something like that. One of the highest ranking shows in the YouTube world. But then this man came and did y'all favor because he's on Fox Sports 1. And he had to come and interview your show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Facts.
No, that's a fact.
He threw y'all lifeline.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know nobody was messing with y'all.
Exactly.
Well, nobody was messing with y'all like that. Y'all was bums. Y'all was almost out of there. You know what I'm saying? So y'all heard that one, right?
Yeah.
I'm now this is the hate I'm talking about right here, though. This right here, supremo hate, jealousy, bruh.
How about more mind-blowing matchups? Breakout, blockbuster.
I just want to talk about. I got a couple things I want to say about the Shannon Sharpe, Cat Williams interview. I look at that whole interview differently, bro.
What's my man? Back with another video. On this video, we got NBA Super.
Things I want to say about the Shannon Sharpe, Cat Williams interview. I look at that whole interview differently, bro. I look at it different.
Considering,
you know what I'm saying? We have one of the biggest shows, and we've had guests that a lot of people can't get. We look at that interview a little different.
Recordings just got better.
What?
Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that.
Much love to all y'all. I got something. I just got a few things I want to say about that, and it has nothing to do with if Cat was telling the truth or not. Cat is my homeboy. Cat is me and Matt homeboy. That's our homeboy. We went on movie sets with Cat, hung with Cat. Cat is not lying. He don't roll a blunt. I sat on this bus with him for a couple hours. That not roll one blunt. He had a chick rolling all his. He is not lying about that. He is not lying about none of that. He's not lying. He had somebody rolling and all that. And if y'all do remember, just put a 5 up. Just put a 5 up or the hand 5 sign. Do y'all remember the video we had with Terrell Owens? Do y'all remember that interview? Talking about real All the Smoke fans. Do y'all remember that interview? Okay. Bet. So y'all remember that interview. So y'all remember how hard he was going on Stephen A. Smith, right? Y'all remember how hard he was going on Stephen A. Smith, right? Hard, no freaky. But as you see during the show, when he was talking about Stephen A. and saying the things about Stephen A., me and Matt was making sure that we let him know, Tio, you our boy, but we with Stephen A. too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You can say what you want to say about him, but we kept pulling him back. You know what I'm saying? Because we with Stephen A. So we kept pulling him back to like, okay, yeah, we feel you, but you know what I'm saying? We just didn't let him go in on the man because we got a relationship with him. And on All the Smoke, we don't want, as much as we love Cat, we love to have Cat Williams on the show, but we wouldn't want no show like that because we got relationships with our guests and we ain't clout chasing. If y'all notice, we ain't doing no clown on our show. We ain't doing no dumb dancing around, doing no clown. We ain't doing corny people. Like we ain't clout chasing.
All right. Nah, they ain't cloud chasing, but they smoke a bunch of weed, and you supposed to be a Muslim. You smoking weed live on TV, something you supposed to be doing behind doors. I don't know. You said you stopped smoking weed, but you puffing a blazer right now. You know, I don't understand. I'm not understanding that. But you said here you ain't cloud. This cloud chasing now.
Yeah, they all jumping on the team. I mean, he always got something to say. He don't need to say nothing.
Always
really.
got something to say. Always. Like, shut up.
Salute Queen in the building.
I think it was a glorified rock here. Him and Matty Barnes.
But you know what I'm saying? Why? You didn't have to say nothing about it. You said, I would love that Kevin show, but I wouldn't like it like that. And you would have loved that shit. You would have loved to have 60 million views in a month. You know, knocking the hell off.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a good interview, too. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't boring. It was a good interview. You got to be non-biased when you're looking at this shit.
You know, like people jumping all around. What you talking about Cat now? Because he was jumping around in the interview, enjoying himself. Come on, man. But that's your man's.
We ain't bringing people on to demean people. We ain't doing none of that because we got relationships with our guests. And y'all wonder why we get the guests we get because we're not doing clicks. One, we a fan of the people we bring on our show. And two, we trying to give them their flowers. Now, you can't control what your guests say, but as an interviewer, you have to know how to pull back. Because if you're willing to just let somebody come on your show and disrespect everybody without pulling back at all, that shows that you just like Noriega when Noriega had Kanye on his show. You know that they're going to say something crazy, but you still let them go on and not pulling them back because you want the clicks and you don't care about your guests. See, we have a relationship with all our guests. You know what I'm saying? And we wouldn't want that type of interview because we care about, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we have a relationship, but Shannon has no relationship with his guests. No relationship, because he didn't take up for now one of them. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I'm not surprised. To be honest, because low-key hated on us. My people never lie to me. It's people that I love that I talk to every day that's in these offices. They hated on me. He tried to hate on me and Matt with our DraftKings deal. He tried to hate on Wayne. He tried to hate on Prime. That's just the truth, bro. But the show goes to show. You might be from the country, but that don't mean you from the hood. Because if you're from the hood and you with people and you got somebody that's talking about people you with in front of you, you pull back. You don't condone. You don't let them go off. If somebody around me talking about Matt, I'm gonna be like, hold on, bro. You talk about Matt around somebody else, but not about me. And that's not true because that's my boy. And I'm not gonna condone it.
Now you seen that, right?
He's sitting there smoking. He's sitting there smoking. He gotta prove to everybody. Man, nobody cares, man. I don't know. He do too much.
Way too much. Niggas comparing that to Kanye's interview. They both spoke truth. You know what I'm saying? What the hell?
Leading to over 600,000 new subs.
Hindsight. Look what's going on in the world. These guys are criminals.
Not interrupting him like you would see Nori do.
But I should speak their mind. That's just what it is. I wouldn't let him go hard as he did on a lot of people on our show. I just wouldn't. Because we got relationships with him. That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
Incredible. Comment.
All these little catchy phrases on your little page, and it's you. You write. All you doing is writing a memoir to yourself.
Come on now. Come on, preacher.
But you think, hey, look at this. I got this out the mud. I came from the trenches.
Right.
And you got more hate in your heart with all that you got, that you've been blessed with so much, and all you do is hate on a man that you think better. How about get better? Create better content.
Right.
And what's disappointing to me, because there are people that do what you and I do, that had so much to say. And it's only because of jealousy. Because I guarantee you, if Cat was on their podcast and did exactly what he did on my podcast, they would have never said what they're saying. No, that was the decision that I had to make in a split second, Ocho.
Right.
And what I always try to do is not talk over the guest. They come on, okay, tell your side, tell your story, tell it without me interrupting. And I know a guy that he got so much, he always has something to say.
Right.
Now, this is the same guy. You know what? I ain't gonna even, no. Look here.
You gonna let it go? You ain't
I'm gonna let it go.
Anyways, what do you guys think about what Shannon Sharpe had to say?
I'm gonna let it go.
Anyways, what do you guys think about what Shannon Sharpe had to say? Do you think?
What y'all think about? Yo, that's crazy, right?
Well, I mean, he gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like I said again,
crazy.
Everybody gonna come at the man, you know, because he's popping right now. Unfortunately, that's the sad part about how we live. You know what I'm saying? That they gonna do whatever they can to come at that man. You know, they don't know him. They wouldn't even, you know, think about it. Half the people wouldn't even have thought about Shannon Sharpe. You know what I'm saying? He was doing his thing. I mean, at that point, hell, what he was only getting, you know, 15, 20,000 views. Now all of a sudden, he getting 300, 400, 200, 300 every time because people are tuning in. I mean, he got something. He got a niche. And anytime you have a niche, what happens is people gonna hate on you because you got something nobody's got. So I just think that's where most of the haters come, and they're trying to figure out, like anybody else, trying to figure out how in the hell is he doing it? He just, hey man, stars lined up.
And he did it right. You know what I'm saying?
Adams,
we can't say nothing. He did it right.
Well, he
You
does
think you having success. But think about how much more success you.
No, what I was saying was he does stuff that most people won't do. They, you know, a lot of times if they're big, they try to dictate the show, like your boy said, Steven Jackson said. Them are some of the friends he knows, so therefore he's going to control the narrative. Well, Shannon Sharpe is just like if you're sitting outside on the porch, and instead of somebody sitting there telling you their opinion, they just allowing you to talk. And that's all it is. He's giving people a platform, like they say in real life, to talk, for them to voice their opinion, not what, you know, somebody dictating an interviewer would do, you know, so he don't want to ruffle or she don't want to ruffle the feathers. You know what I'm saying? He literally is like letting people talk.
Yeah. Oh, yo, The laughter. Eddie Griffin calling Shannon gay. Now hold up. Just shout out to laughter. Peace to the guy. Matter I just seen that. I want to pull that pad. I want to run a match shot too. You know what I'm saying? And tell me what y'all think. Eddie Griffin come out. The world works. Yeah, I'm up. Eddie Griffin, Shannon.
Eddie Griffin said something too. And he from the same from Indiana.
Nah, they ain't from the same.
Nah.
Eddie Griffin from Kansas City.
Yeah, he's from Kansas.
Okay.
Here we go right here. This is my man Chig Smoke. He be getting there. Here we go.
Yeah, Chig Smoke be on this shit. Up to date with this.
Not learned anything in the last couple of weeks. Calling Shannon Sharpe gay does not hit like you guys think it does. And most importantly, where on earth is the creativity? You guys are now all starting to recycle the same jokes. Club Shay, Club Gay. Come on, man. Y'all gotta get better material than this. Now, over the last couple of weeks, you guys have seen a lot of comedians attack Shannon Sharpe over his Cat Williams interview. Most recently was Mike Epps. And you guys guessed it, he also tried to insinuate that Shannon Sharpe was gay. Now, you would think after hearing his explanation to Mike Epps, yo, I'm not gay. My stylist is gay. Yes, we did hang out together, but that's not my lifestyle.
If he had just said it once, but he kept repeating it, knowing me, and I get it. My style is Hollywood. He was gay. Okay, that's his life. That's not mine. Mm-hmm. Hollywood no longer styles me. Why? Because I'm loyal to Shelly. She was hurt that after 20 plus years of being my stylist, that I had gone outside to hire someone else. And someone else was getting the credit when she was there at CBS. She was there when I started at Fox.
The next challenger for Shannon Sharpe is Eddie Griffin. Now, obviously, you guys know Eddie is a legend. He's also got a very similar story to Cat Williams, where the comedy industry turned his back on him and he walked away from it. Now, Eddie had a show last night where he was speaking on Shannon Sharpe and Club Shay. Here's what he said.
And Club Shay. Yeah, Shay. Gay. I don't give a fuck, that nigga gay, nigga. That nigga sitting there with them tight ass pants on, with his balls and dick all over Cat's face. And the Cat kept looking the other way. You can tell how that nigga drink, nigga, he gay, nigga. He kept on saying, now, Cat. That's dick lips, nigga. That motherfucker had dick on them lips.
Yeah. All right.
He wild as hell for that one, boy. Did you see?
Well, what I'm saying is,
that's crazy.
Yo, but I'm telling you, son, most niggas I know that work out, they like wearing tight shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? That don't make them gay. They like the muscle shirts. You know what I'm saying? Am I lying, Cross?
Yeah,
niggas that you know to work out.
And I don't think it's just that. It's the fact he ain't got no regular jeans. Like everything's got to be stretchable. I think that's what's throwing niggas off. The last country. Hold on now. It ain't like he just picked them up off the back street of a backwood. This nigga done had money since he was 21 years old, so he done been around money now. He ain't no poor panhandling he did live in an outhouse. He had an outhouse. Man, that man lived in a mansion. So he knows. Maybe just, I don't know. Like I said, to each his own. I ain't knocking him. I'm just thinking it's funny. Like the whole leggings thing. I always said that.
Yo, but for Eddie Griffin to come out, I know what it says. Because to be honest, I think Shannon Sharpe had big Eddie Griffin up on that Cat Williams interview. If I'm mistaken. Am I mistaken? Then he said something. Then it was.
Yeah, but I think, like I said again, I think at this point it's about riding the wave. You know what I'm saying? Because again, a lot of them, see, even your boy Ocho even said it. Ocho said something to Shannon, and see, the problem with Shannon is, and I think with time he gonna get it, is you, like Ocho told him that one time, you can't go at everybody. You see what I'm saying? When you start going at one person, now everybody knows what will make you upset. If you never show nobody what makes you upset, and then he could have just waited behind closed doors and saw Mike Epps, and then he could have, you know what I'm saying? But he really made more of a bigger deal about it. Because I'm like, if you want to go see the man, you just saw the man. And you know, like he even said it, he ain't had to do all that on the internet. Well, then they said, well, it was done on the internet. But still, you're bigger than him. If you're bigger than him, you don't respond. You don't throw a rock down at the hill. They throw rocks up the hill. Why would you throw a rock down the hill? You can hit anybody. You throw a rock, it's hard to hit somebody uphill.
Hold on, did you see that picture? Did you see the picture of Mike Epps? You see how much bigger he is than Mike Epps, height-wise and everything, bro?
What did you hear about Mike Epps? They did an interview and Mike Epps was like, yeah, man, I was kind of going at him. I was kind of wrong for that. Because what happened was, it was more or less, it was taken at it was like, oh, you hurting this big dude feelings. And now for a comic, you can't come back and be like, man, forget that nigga, because he's trying to work. And they know that. That's the whole point, dog. The whole point is he could have just saw him out, pulled him to the side and like, hey man, you need to, apologize. Let's take this picture. We could have did that, because really, it was really just, to me, at the end of the day, for the internet. But Mike Epps kind of lost in that, because now he had to go and apologize. Why? He the only one. I mean, it's a whole bunch of people that just said something about him. See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Corey Holcomb apologized too.
Yeah.
Well, Corey Holcomb the way he'll probably say, if I said something, it ain't like that. I was, you know what I'm saying? We just making fun of it. But your boy had to do an actual press run apology. Mike Epps, they put that nigga, he had to do like shows. Because again, it's all about what's hot. It's all about what's hot right now. Now, Eddie Griffin could be playing a smart chess move, right? He different, because you got to remember, he's very super smart. So he could be doing it. One could be having a show come out, or the fact to allow him to have a big platform like Cat and just speak. Because if Eddie Griffin speak, we know what Eddie.
That real shit, though.
See what I'm saying? See, this is what I'm saying.
They two of the smartest comedians people in the world.
Come on, man.
Eddie Griffin and Cat Williams.
That's why. Well, that's why I look at content differently. Like we used to look at it like it was an emotional thing, like most people that that you see online and stuff. But this is all about business, strategic. If they allow this man to get on there and speak, he gonna shake the internet. What you talking about? People think Cat. Man, come on, man. Eddie Griffin get on there and they allow him, because if you go to his platform, I follow him on YouTube. His platform, he don't play. Yeah, he don't play. So just imagine if millions of people heard him speak in unison with Cat Williams on certain things. It'll shake it up.
I'm gonna keep it real. I want to see Shannon Sharpe bring Eddie Griffin on the show.
Well, think about it. Maybe that's what, again, he's doing. He's doing right. He's throwing the rock up the hill to see if he can hit him. And like with Mike Epps, because Mike Epps really, at that point, me personally, he should have took advantage of that situation. The only thing he got out of the apology, now later on, he might end up getting an interview with him. But now you're going to have to kiss this man's ass versus Eddie Griffin is just going to call it like it is. He might say, man, because remember now, what did he told Mike Epps?
Mike Epps got shook. That's all it is. Mike Epps got shook.
Well, no, I don't think he knew how to handle it. Think about what he said.
I'm going to step to you like a man. You automatically go to the strap.
No, Mac, look. No, Mac, you got to look at it like this. Your boy said this, and Shannon Sharpe, and I quote, he said, "Tell me what makes me that." Now, Eddie Griffin just said wearing tight ass pants, and man, he was sitting across him looking uncomfortable. Now, that could be debated. So when he get him on there, he gonna say, "This is why I think that." This is like Bourne just said, "Man, why bodybuilders gotta wear tight clothes?" I think he gonna flip it. That's just my personal opinion. I think it's a setup for him to speak how he want to speak. Cause see, he ain't gonna speak with it ain't gonna be no malice. Eddie Griffin don't speak with malice. He just speaks what he see, and he speaks what they say the truth is. Just like Cat Williams.
Right. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. So it was a good strategic move, I guess. But
I think so. I mean, we'll see, but I think so. I think Mike Epps just didn't have nothing ready, whether he had a special going or whether he just, because he got a comedy show, he just wanted people. So what? So now people, when they come to the comedy show, they're going to say, man, why you apologize?
Mike Epps' Netflix special dropping this week, I think.
Yeah, but
this week.
But
so that's what he did it for. He did it for publicity, but
yeah, but he didn't. Think about it. When Cat did it, Cat was able to catapult so big. He done brought all the old comedians back with him, and he brought Monique with him as well. You see what I'm saying? And he brought Kevin Hart's ex-wife. Like that's what I'm saying.
And Cat told him in the interview, he's like, "Yo, this is gonna be the biggest thing right here," and he was right.
See, it was strategic. It was planned all the way out. That's just my opinion. Like I said.
Yeah, but that's I want to we heard what Eddie Griffin had to say, but now I want y'all to hear this. I'd like to hear Shannon talk sometimes, but he's a funny country Negro. I'm telling you, yo. There we go. Yeah, fair use.
If you got that envy, that jealousy, and that hate at the heart, but y'all quit. Y'all write all these little catchy phrases on your little page, and it's you. You write. All you doing is writing a memoir to yourself.
Come on now. Come on, preacher.
But you think, hey, look at this. I got
laughing. Come on, preacher.
Right. And you got more hate in your heart with all that you got, that you've been blessed with so much, and all you do is hate on a man that you think better.
Okay, so in today's video, I want to highlight
if you don't mind, boy,
on the Shannon Sharpe Cat Williams interview.
If you notice, Ocho been laughing because if anybody, see, this is what Shannon got to pick up. See, Shannon wanted to be liked through the NFL. If anybody know what it's like to be hated, it's Ocho Cinco. That's why he laughing like, bro, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Because that's why he told me in the one clip that they show, he said, man, I thought you was for real. I went and bought me some black Air Force Ones. And he was like, nah, we ain't got to fight. He said, well, man, quit going at these people if you ain't talking about doing nothing. Because you got to think about this man been on it from the NFL to offline. This man has been ridiculed all his life. Couldn't come back to the NFL. So he laughing at him like, bruh, this is great clout for 2024.
That nigga was in the CFL for a bit. So yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, he laughing at him like, bro, quit being sensitive, bro. This is light work, man. This 2024. We can do it now. When they talk mess about us now, man, we run it up.
Yeah. And talk mess about him back. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Come on, man. What you mad for? Talking about they talking about themselves. No, they talking about you. They ain't talking about they talking about you. That's a good. If they stop talking about you in the entertainment world, is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go ahead now, boy. I just wanted to, because I just watched Ocho laughing about that, smiling.
This was a video I was about to do a couple of days ago. Hating on Shannon Sharpe, Cat, who I have relationships with, and then in the same breath, salute Cat Williams for being a real one. So yeah, I just wanted to get my opinion on that real quick. So with that being said, guys, let's highlight this Steven Jackson clip. Salute to Around the Association. Here's a video.
He spoke his mind. Everybody should speak their mind. That's just.
All these little catchy phrases on your little page, and it's you. You write. All you doing is writing a memoir to yourself.
Come on now. Come on, preacher.
You think, hey, look at this. I got this out the mud. I came from the trenches.
See what I'm saying?
You got more hate in your heart with all that you got, that you've been blessed with so much, and all you do is hate on a man that you think better. How about get better? Create better content.
When you called me, were you with her? Tyler Perry's Sisters is back with an all-new season.
And what's disappointing to me, because there are people that do what you and I do, that had so much to say, and it's only because of jealousy. Because I guarantee you, if Cat was on their podcast and did exactly what he did on my podcast, they would have never said what they're saying. Oh, that was the decision that I had to make in a split second, Ocho.
Right.
And what I always try to do is not talk over the guests. They come, okay, tell your side, tell your story, tell it without me interrupting. And I know a guy that he got so much, he always has something to say.
Right.
Now, this is the same guy. You know what? I ain't gonna even, no. Look here.
You gonna let it go? You ain't gonna
I'm
say
gonna
that?
let it go.
Okay, that's what Shannon Sharpe had to say, man. And in my opinion, I felt like Shannon Sharpe, he had stopped himself from saying, how can you try to hate on my stuff, call yourself a real one, when you over here checking in with teenagers in Chicago?
Yeah.
A lot of y'all, man, old block pulling up, taking pictures. Where we at?
Tell them how they come.
That's a fact. You're a real one, but you checking in with teenagers in Chicago. Let's get to that. Cross, how you call yourself real when you going to check in with teenagers in Chicago, giving them money, and the money you giving them so they can buy more guns, basically? You don't think logically?
Yeah, that old block shit gone now. They got rid of it. It made this is gonna get bad, boy.
But you know, it's
I know. I see what you're saying. Well, my thing was, I always looked at it like this: if you were so much for the community in general, right? Nigga, the street is just one street over. Why didn't you go over to the 64th? Why didn't you know what I'm saying? Why you didn't go to 63rd? You went on 64th. You went to old block on 64th. Why didn't you go to 63rd? And you could have mended that. You could have been the one to mend it if you wanted to really mend it. Checking in should have been checking in, because all he did was drew a line of separation because of celebrityism, which was the Dirks and the Vons. He went over there where they were at, but at the same time, you had the rivals, which, again, that's why the choices that they pick, and look at it now. Look at the situation with Old Block now, because of that. That's why I said, man, it's sad because people clout chase. He did that because he got a green light to come over there based off of that. Other than that, he ain't get no green light for nothing else. Ain't nobody give him no green light. He went over there and he paid to go over there to get a photo op. Hassan Life Storage TV 900K piece. Is that Hassan Campbell?
That's my man. See going on, Hassan Campbell. Peace to the guy, bro. I see you in the building, man.
Okay, 900K piece.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
I know you are, bro. I was just telling my man who you was.
yeah, okay, yeah. Salute to you. I ain't know. Salute. So yeah, man, that's why I said it's, you know what I'm saying? He could have went right over there. It's one street over. One street over, you could have rectified a lot of stuff. You could at least got them to talk when you was out there. And then when you talk about this, what bosses do. No, not no grown ass man. They got kids they age checking in with kids them kids is just probably the age of some of his nephews or cousins or kids.
He got grown kids.
Facts. See what I'm saying?
He got grown kids. Just like Matt Barnes got grown kids, man. All these cats, man, they talk all this gangster about and shit, right? But you're an NBA retired NBA player, man.
Role player at that. Not even to start,
Hold up. Matter of fact, hold up. Let's see what Gilbert Arenas had to say about about Steven Jackson. This is Gilbert Arenas, and they was born. Steven Jackson.
Steven Jackson would just be saying whatever. That nigga don't think things through. He just be like, all right, I'm gonna say something.
There we go, yeah.
He's saying that he didn't want to. He wouldn't do an interview like. They wish they could do an interview like that. That's the funny part.
Yo, I'm gonna show you something. This is important. There you go. Check this out, yeah. Gilbert Arenas. This is Steven Jackson. He about to talk about Gilbert Arenas right now, and I'm gonna show what Gilbert Arenas had to say about him. And they was boys. He had a big interview on the smoke.
What did you make? How much?
171.
Okay, so 171. So if you made 120 million instead of 171, and you were able to get a ring, would you not trade that 120 versus 170 for the ring?
50 million for a ring? Fuck no. I'll take 100 million and fuck the championship. Nah, I'll take 50 million and that.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to NBA Cinema. Now we have two retired, vets of the NBA.
What's going on with
they
your boy?
Seem to be clashing in regards to what's more important. Gilbert Arenas.
What'd you say?
So what's going on with your boy Steven Jackson, man? He's wild.
No, listen to this, Jay. Hold on. This got
was
crazy.
Recently on his podcast, and he was talking, and he was asked about the money he made. Would he give up around $50 million of that money in order to, win a championship and have that a part of his legacy? If you didn't get to see that, take a look here.
That's what you paid. So wins don't. It don't matter.
But
wins get the coach paid. What you mean wins don't get paid?
Wins get the coach paid.
Wins don't get.
Stats get you paid.
How much money did you make? How much
171.
Money? Okay, so 171. So if you made 120 million instead of 171, and you were able to get a ring, would you not trade that 120 versus 170 for the ring? I just want
50 million for a ring? Fuck no.
No, I would.
What's wrong with you?
I would.
Shitload until you're done playing.
Let me ask y'all a question.
It's
Hold on.
hard to make a million.
Let me ask y'all a question, yo. How many people would trade 50 million for a ring?
Say what now?
How many of us would trade 50 million for a ring that you can't even sell for 50 million once you retire and you're broke?
Man, I ain't look at it.
That doesn't even make sense.
That don't even make sense. That don't even, to me, that don't even make sense to nobody. Yeah, I don't need no conversation. You give me the money, that should be good enough for me. You took the time out to talk to me. That's what counts the most. And you gave me the money, so I'm not gonna let you down. Why would I let you down? Yeah, well, other than that, man, you just bothered me at that point.
Yeah,
I can't.
Look, Laughter said, I'll buy a ring that look like a championship ring.
I shout that shit. I'll go on my Instagram and shout that nigga out. I ain't buying no. That nigga gave me the money. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna tell him ain't no sense in me buying the ring, because if I buy the ring, you know what I'm saying, then I done blew the money. So I'm gonna do what's right.
No, what he's saying is, what they was asking, would he give away $50 million in order to be on a better team and get it?
But what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. I know what he said. I'm saying fuck the ring. I don't care about the. I'm just gonna shout him out on Instagram. Hey man, this shout out to my nigga. You know what I'm saying? They gave me this 50 million versus the ring. I'ma always represent you. I might get some shirts made for that nigga. Yeah, I might do a bunch of other shit, but I ain't finna spend no money on no ring. I don't want no ring. I ain't gonna get no replica, no ring. I'm gonna take that 50. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a bean. He give me $50 million. He probably won't even hear from me no more. Yeah, I might as well go and be honest. It's Sunday, and I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna serve the devil right now. I ain't giving that. Yeah, man. Hey, as soon as it hit transfer and it hit that count, the phone, the number is disconnected.
Gilbert Arenas been 171 million in his career. That's a lot of fucking. That's a lot of money, bro.
That's a good grip, man. Off the NBA. Yeah.
He's still rich. Yeah. Here we go.
I be like them Nigerian scammers. As soon as they hit that account, I'm gonna do this giant bullshit. Be just like them Nigerian scammers on there.
Yeah, here we go.
You don't think about the 50 million you gave away for that stupid ass ring.
I mean, I get Gilbert's point. You know, a ring doesn't replace the money you could have made during your playing days. But you know, it is something to say about a champion. And Steven Jackson actually won a championship with San Antonio Spurs, and he didn't take too lightly to what Gilbert had to say. He actually went off on him. Take a listen.
Hey, what up, world? We out here in all the smoke in LA doing some epic shit, right? And I'm tired of seeing this shit on Instagram coming from basketball players, and that's why a lot of y'all losers.
Oh my Lord.
It's no way. If you ain't come from nothing, then you understand why people say they would rather 50 million and a championship. Because I care about being the best at what the gift God gave me. It would suck to play the game of basketball and never say you was the champion. You was never the best in the world.
At least you get the money back now. Then
people who come from nothing. We know how to make that work. That 50 million is like 200 million of us.
I never won a
But
championship.
it goes to show the people who struggled and the people who didn't struggle. Talking about, I'll take 100 million and fuck the championship. Nah, I'll take 50 million and that championship. But you're not a winner. You don't want to be the best. You just want to maintain them and just go along. Nah, that's the difference between a lot of the champions and y'all. Yeah, y'all made y'all money, but y'all wasn't the best at nothing.
Ouch. I mean, he went hard.
So he
again,
did Charles Barkley.
I understand what Gilbert Arenas is trying to say in regards to, you know, once you're done playing, it's hard to make $1 million when you're not making, you know, that money off your talent. And Gilbert Arenas, you know, he kind of leaned in all the way, even saying, you know, it's a lot of people, a lot of former champions that are now forced to sell their NBA championship rings for money. Take a listen here what Gilbert had to say in regards to that.
He's calling Russell Westbrook a loser. He's calling who else is he calling?
You know what? I can go buy NBA rings right now on sale from players who won the $50 million is not worth that fucking ring. That's why it's sold so easily. They got to sell that ring for this thing called money. I've never seen a nigga selling 300 million.
The memory is there.
Penny
Hardaway's better than this guy. Grant Hill's better than this guy.
I know niggas that got rings, they got to pay for their seats.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
To come back to a game.
Jamal Mashburn is better than this guy.
Like, there's nothing to complain about. The only thing missing on this wall of fame is the ring. 71 from the top.
All right, y'all. That's it now.
Jones is better than this guy. Nick Van
Hold on one second. Now listen to this. Now listen to Gilbert clap back at this dude. Because they was friends, you know what I'm saying? He was on the show, Gilbert was his show the whole night.
Exactly. Gil has his own show too. Shout out to Gil, Agent Zero.
Like generational wealth for multiple generations. There's a lot of people divided on this. And Steven Jackson, he spoke up, man, because he feels really strongly about what Jeff Teague and Gilbert Arenas has said on their podcast. And I'll play a little excerpt from Gilbert Arenas and Jeff Teague, and then I'll show you what Steven Jackson had to say, and I'll be back with my reaction. Let's check it out.
Right? So just because you got 5 rings and you won, you didn't win off
but
the
you're
back.
individualizing.
You didn't win off the back of you.
It, though. You're individualizing it being about one thing and me. It's not about me.
Hold on, let me see something.
Talking about this.
Let me see.
67 million versus 300 million. That's a no-brainer, bro.
You was that dude. You was the number one option. No lead dog champion.
This nigga Robert Horry wants a documentary. He ain't getting nothing.
Good helps you look good. Belongs to the team. Them lines you'd like for your.
Yo, check it out. I'm gonna say this, man. This dude, Steven Jackson. He don't know what a friend is.
Nope.
You don't, bro. Because you don't talk about your friends like that, bro. Especially on social media. Try to kick him. Why you mad? Because he made more money than you? Hold on.
He's calling him a loser. How is he a loser? He made way more money than you, and you weren't even a deciding factor for them for that championship you won. So,
no. Let's hold on. Pause.
Nobody remembers Stephen A. being on San Antonio. Steven Jackson. Nobody. You know what I mean?
Nah.
You remember him from what was his number?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that nigga.
Cross, you remember Steven Jackson on San Antonio? The year they won?
They won in San Antonio? Yeah, wait.
Oh, no.
He won with Timmy. He won with Timmy, didn't he?
Yeah, he won with Tim, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you remember that time when he got ran over in that car? That nigga ran his head, knocked all his teeth out his mouth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember that shit. He was in nap time when that happened. Yeah, he was in nap time when they ran that nigga over. Trying to be hood, trying to tell y'all, trying to go out there and help one of my friends. You ain't got beat up and ran over too.
The Malice in the Palace. Oh man.
I'm just mad. I'm mad at the fact that he hated on my boy Zeke, man. That's what I'm mad about. Because he forgot he almost got kicked out of the league if it wasn't for Isaiah. Yeah, dog. Like Isaiah Thomas was the one that made the call the one time.
You see? You want to talk about that though?
Yeah, on Isaiah because he had Charles Oakley, because you know Charles Oakley put his hands on them niggas. They scared of Charles Oakley. For real.
Yo, hold on. Yeah, check it out. Hold on. Here you go.
Remember when Charles Oakley was fighting at the Garden?
From players who won billion.
Gilbert.
Hold on. Who Kwame said? Kwame talking about the same shit.
Gilbert Arenas and Stack 5B. Hey Gilbert, I thought you said online when we was going through it, when we was going at it, I thought you said you and Stack 5 was cool. Y'all was like that. How they do the heart? I thought you and Stack 5 was here.
For you.
Stack 5 say you ain't shit. Stack 5 say, nigga, you all about money. Now, I don't agree with Stack 5 on a lot of things, but what can you buy? What can you do with 50 million that you can't do with 100 million? Yeah, I would have loved to win a championship. 50 million, I can do what I want to do with 50 million. Like, I understand what Gilbert is saying, but at the same time, I think that's what's ruining the league. Guys that just want to get paid and get the fuck on. But if you, I don't know, like,
did he get 60 million out the gate?
Sometimes when his attitude didn't get in the way.
Yeah, he made like 100 million.
That nigga attitude was getting in the way. He get mad, he'll go crazy. And that's his only downfall. But at the end of the day, I do understand the concept of playing to win instead of playing just for money. So yeah, Gil to me, I don't think he means what he's saying. I think, or maybe about the money. I don't know. Gil might be. He never really cared about defense or anything else. But I think a lot of the things Gilbert says, he just wants to go viral. And that's sad that we live in a society today that clickbait is the most important thing. Everybody just want to go viral. If you go viral off your true opinions and your true emotions,
Yeah, I heard Kwame had to say
Okay,
it
so
right.
what? NBA
I thought
players
y'all
not
supposed to be
pay for
friends.
money? They're not supposed to pay
Shit,
for the bag.
the owners had the team for money. What are we
You
supposed
know what
to
I'm
play for
saying?
money?
Like, come on, dog. And you know how much money they make off of them.
Them owners make billions a year off the NBA players, and they can play by paying the players money. They make billions. The NBA it's a multi-billion-dollar league every year. They're making billions. Not 1 billion, not 2 billion, billions. So let the players get their cut of money now. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Now the players get $300 million contract for 5 years. God damn. I take $300 million for 4 years or 5 years, or whatever they're doing. And I want to care if I won a championship, I won. If I didn't, I didn't. I'm playing for the love of the game and playing for my money. I'm playing to make my family wealthy, so my kids will never have to work. Their kids will never have to work, and their
That's
kids will
not
never
it.
have to work.
My thing is this, boy. He said, who wouldn't give up the money? Because if you a loser, because at the end of the day, I'm like, well, he should have gave up a lot of his money because he already got a champion. He could get a championship, so he should have been gave up a lot of that for that ring. He should give his money away. It was all about the ring.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
and you act like you ain't even contribute to that ring. Nigga, you was on the bench. Matt Barnes didn't contribute to his ring. He was on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Let's be real. Robert Ory, he contributed to all the rings he got. But I also believe Robert Ory should have got paid more than $50 million for his career. Because he was a hell of a player.
Yeah, they played on Rob.
They did Robert Ory dirty.
Yeah, they did.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, I want to thank y'all for coming up, man. I just had to do this because I wanted y'all people to see how much of a hater Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes are. Matt Barnes, you got mad because Derek Fisher was smashing your wife.
Oh yeah,
You tried to
we
kill
know.
him.
Yeah, he snuck over the house. He drove all the way there and snuck over the house.
Hold on, let's go. Let's revisit that, Matt Barnes. Since you so high, hospitable, high profile. Hold on, Barnes, Derek Fisher. What is it? Matt Barnes, Derek Fisher fight. But he's such a good guy. He wouldn't do that to. There we go. Yeah.
Jenna record.
But you wouldn't have Cat Williams your show talking like that when you doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy as hell right there.
Yeah, man. You know, I just wanted to do the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Try to give us something so we can build and add on with show, man. I appreciate y'all coming up, bruh. And I think y'all shout your channels out. And we're gonna end there on a great note. We ain't gonna go too far.
Yeah, y'all can check me out. You know, the Plug Podcast 1. Will be going up here soon. Next couple of days, monetized, and then Cross Your Heart. We dropping stuff over there, doing video uploads and going live on that too. So y'all can check me out over there. The gram, Cross Your Heart, everything. So
The Mac Mizzle Show. I can check out Mac Mizzle at the Mac Mizzle Show. First of all, I want to say peace to the 5% nation of God's and earth. Shalom alaikum. Alhamdulillah. Rahmatullahi to all the true Muslim brothers and sisters out there. This is the King of New Jersey. This is BTBTV. We bully the bullies. And we ain't no Bloods or no Crips. We doing our own thing. BTBTV started his own. Get our nigga what?
Nigga what?
We out here.